All right, let's dive into the discussion about China's technological rise and the secrets behind its ascent to power, spanning from its engineering state to its militarism, and even issues like the one child policy.
Yep, it's fascinating how the system's evolution is attributed to overproduction of engineers in China versus the loyally society in the US, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you have this idea that China's focus on technology and engineering has played a huge role in its rapid modernization.
Exactly.
They've invested heavily in infrastructure like high speed rail.
Right, that high speed rail case study is like a perfect example. I mean, why has China been able to roll out high speed rail on a massive scale while, say, America struggles?
Well, it's partly because of their state structure. Think of it as a sort of engineering state. They prioritize technical efficiency and long term planning over, well, the nebulous ideas in the US that can sometimes be bogged down by legalistic debates.
Exactly right. I get that. But don't you think there's an argument to be made that America's lawyerly approach has its own merits in safeguarding individual rights and innovation through rigorous debate?
Sure, that's a fair point, but then again, the thesis here seems to suggest that the overabundance of lawyers in America has contributed to a certain kind of inertia where practical hands on knowledge isn't being renewed at the pace needed for, modern challenges.
Yeah, true. So, in a way, it's like one empire chasing efficiency by building tangible things while the other is caught in endless debates.
Yep, exactly. And when you look at things like militarism and technology, it's clear that China's approach is more unified. They integrate technology with a robust, almost militaristic
Right,
attitude.
yes. But how does that militaristic edge factor into the overall power structure as described in the discussion?
Good question. The analysis shows that technology and militarism go hand in hand. For instance, the state's heavy involvement in technology has also been applied to defense and surveillance, setting up a tight integration between civil and military sectors.
Indeed, exactly. I see. And that integration seems to be a two-edged sword because while it propels growth, it also like raises concerns over domestic freedoms and even talent distribution.
Absolutely, which brings us back to the concept of the engineering state. The idea is that in China, there's this sort of um, overwhelming focus on technical prowess, a culture where practical knowledge and system efficiency are prioritized above all else.
Yeah. But what about the social implications like the one-child policy? That's a whole other layer of complexity, right?
Right. The one child policy is a stark reminder of how policies can have long lasting ramifications, both socially and economically. The discussion raises questions about reparation for its consequences, illustrating that rapid development isn't without its human costs.
Right, definitely. It's almost like the state's engineering mindset doesn't always mesh well with the subtleties of human life. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. It's like the engineering state optimizes for efficiency and progress, but might neglect the softer aspects of society, like individual well being and cultural heritage.
That's a good observation. So, in that sense, while China's model has led to phenomenal high speed rail networks and rapid technological upgrades, it might be creating a sort of post industrial divide compared to how the US or Anglophone societies are faring.
Yes, that's the interesting part. The discussion touches on the concept of the post industrial ruin, where the Anglo world is seen as languishing in a sort of decay of its industrial heyday, while China leverages technological advances to build new infrastructure at a breathtaking pace.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, it's like one side is stuck in outdated manufacturing and legal routines, and the other is sprinting ahead with smart tech and integrated systems.
Mm-hmm, you got it. And then there's the debate on whether China is left or right wing, which is pretty intriguing given how its policies defy traditional Western political spectrums.
Right, that's really interesting. Yeah, that part really made me think. How do you classify a state that combines centralized planning with market innovations and authoritarian control?
It's tricky. The discussion implies that China doesn't neatly fit into the left right dichotomy we're used to. It's more pragmatic, selecting policies that boost growth and technological edge, regardless of ideological labels.
Right. Now, another part that caught my attention was the importance of renewing practical knowledge. What do you make of that?
Oh, that's a crucial point. The idea is that societies need to continuously invest in hands on, practical skills to keep up with technological shifts. This isn't just about theoretical learning, it's about being able to apply that knowledge to build and maintain
Absolutely
modern
correct.
infrastructure.
Right? And I guess that's where China's engineering state shines in contrast, with its focus on developing, say, high speed rail and renewables.
Exactly. They place a premium on technical and practical expertise, fueling rapid innovation. Though I will say it's not without downsides. The same efficiency driven approach can lead to issues like a lack of adaptability in social policies, for instance.
True, exactly. I agree. And there's also the mention of zero COVID and its failings. Given China's strict policies during the pandemic, how does that play into their model?
Well, zero COVID is a prime example of how a rigid, state driven approach, even if effective in some ways, can also backfire. It shows that when practical systems become too inflexible, especially under unpredictable conditions like a pandemic, they can lead to significant social and economic strain.
Yeah, for sure. That actually ties back to the earlier point about the engineering state versus the need for nuanced adaptive policies, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. It's a balancing act. China's model excels in rapid, large scale projects, but the rigidity can sometimes create vulnerabilities, especially when unexpected challenges arise.
Right, exactly. Now, one could argue that if you have a model that consistently delivers on, say, technological progress, some might say the trade offs are worth it, but isn't there a risk that those trade offs become too steep?
Yes, that's a legitimate concern. A system that prioritizes speed and efficiency might sacrifice flexibility and the ability to solve human scale dilemmas. It's like building a rocket ship that can't land smoothly because it's too
Interesting
focused on
analogy.
launching.
I see what you mean. There's a nuanced interplay here between technical capability and social resilience.
Right, exactly. And to round it out, the dialogue really pushes us to think about how practical knowledge renewal, whether in technology or governance, is essential for both adapting to and shaping our future.
Absolutely, yes. It's a deep dive into, well, not just China's rise, but also the contrasting narratives of what powers societies, practical engineering, and state driven initiatives versus a more legalistic but potentially less flexible approach.
Yeah, and it raises compelling questions about where each model might lead us in the 21st century. From massive infrastructure projects to the very fabric of social policy, the stakes are high and the outcomes will shape our global landscape.
Right, exactly. I really appreciate this multifaceted exploration. It's not just an analysis of policies, but a look into the underlying culture and philosophy behind them.
Exactly. It's like unraveling a tapestry where every thread, from technological advancements to societal challenges, is interwoven. It keeps us constantly questioning and learning.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, this has been an eye opening conversation. The interplay between technology, state control, and practical affairs keeps the debate truly alive for our times.
Absolutely. Let's keep pondering these issues as we watch the world evolve. Thanks for the insightful back and forth.
Yes, thank you.